Hello everyone, welcome back to another Watchin. Today we're going to try and burn through a full 12 months of my watchgang Black membership. So as you guys know, the watchgang Black membership is the $99 tier level with watchgang. Now there are discounts if you do a 3-month, 6-month, or a 12-month subscription. I've been going month to month. To be honest, wasn't sure I was going to be in it for a full year, but I have really enjoyed the experience, and I think I've gotten some nice pieces in the past year at that $99 tier level. Now, of course, I'm waiting for all the comments on how I should have spent $1,200 on one specific watch, which if that's your mindset, then this subscription company is not right for you. I love the fact that I don't know what I'm getting every month. I've gotten some different stuff, and a lot of these will end up being traded off. I just wanted to keep them together for the full 12 months if possible, so I could do this review for you guys. Before we get started, we'll take a look. I have my Aragon anti-gravity on wrist right now. I'm going to pull that off because I'll throw some of these on wrist as we go along. So February 2017 was the first month of the watchgang Black tier, and I had actually received a different Air Blue watch for my sub, and I traded it for the Charlie World Timer. So the Charlie World Time features a 316L stainless steel case, has sapphire crystal, Swiss Super Luminova on the loom there, has a screw down crown, which I love the treatment on that crown. Now this one originally came on a leather strap, and I purchased separately this factory bracelet from Air Blue. Now the Air Blue Charlie World Timer utilizes a Seiko YM26 World Time and Alarm movement. I've never figured out how to set the alarm on this, and probably never will. The original retail on this, if you went to their site, was $399. And at the time I was finding it out there in the world for about $250 to $299, and I haven't seen them since. So I really love this watch. It gets a lot of wrist time from me. I think it looks great on wrist, and it is a favorite. So the next month, March, was the E-Guard Maris. Now this one has a very interesting dial. Has a multi-layered carbon fiber dial, rotating bezel. This one is a 46mm case. It has a hybrid crystal, sapphire coated mineral crystal. This one's utilizing a Swiss Ronda 515 quartz movement. It also has Swiss Super Luminova for the loom, and it has treated rubber strap with butterfly buckle. So that is that deployant style clasp. Some people do call them the butterfly style clasp. I like those. Make them easy. You set that one time and you're good to go. We'll throw it on really quick just to take a look at it on wrist. So this one was originally $695 on their website, and I found them in the open market about $216 at the time. Very cool, different piece. Something I'm not used to wearing, but it has got quite a bit of wrist time. So April was the Citizen Eco Drive Titanium. So this one is a 44mm case, 10mm thick, and I actually do like the case design. It's a little bit different. This one has scratch resistant mineral crystal, a leather band. One thing that's always bothered me about that band is those like divot marks in it. Now I don't know if all the bands look like that or what causes that characteristic. Just throws me a little off. Other than that, I really like this watch. It's very lightweight. It is a 100-meter water resistant. Retail on this one was $325. I found it out in the open market for about $162 at the. One more cool thing about the Citizen Eco Drive Titanium, it utilizes their EcoDrive J800 movement to power this one. No batteries required, just sunlight to keep it running. The next month was May. May was the original grain month, which this seemed to throw a lot of people off. A lot of people did not like the original grain watches that they received in May. So this one is the barrel, and it, as you can tell, it does kind of have a barrel case design. This one has natural rosewood inlay. It's a 3/16L stainless case, mineral crystal. It says water resistant. Now with that wood inlay, I wouldn't get this too wet, or with the leather strap. I actually really do like this thick leather strap. A lot of people didn't. This one utilizes a Citizen quartz myota movement. Originally the retail on this one was $179, and you could find it out on the open market for about $99. I don't wear this one that much because I think the lug-to-lug length is a little weird on my wrist. Overall, not a bad watch though. So June was the Balmer Phantom. This one is a 3/16L stainless case, 46 millimeters by 13 millimeters, signed crown, signed buckle. This one does have a screw down crown, utilizes a Swiss Ronda Normtech 706B movement, which is 5 jewels and gold plated. It has superluminova for the lume and sapphire crystal. It's 100 meters water resistant. Retail originally was $9.99 on this one, which is super inflated. Open market, I found it for around $160. You know, it's on that nice alligator looking strap with the butterfly or deployant style clasp. I like this one. I like the moon phase with complication in it. It's a pain in the butt to set, and I'm sure it's not set correctly right now. One of my buddies really wants this one from me, so it might get traded off after this video. Next up was the Chronologia. So this one is an R001.4. A lot of people got the Chronologias. I'm one of the few people that got this blue or teal. I really like the color combo I got. This one is a super lightweight piece. It has a fixed bezel, carbon fiber case, solid stainless steel case back, sapphire coated glass. This one's 100 meter water resistant. This one has 6 Swiss triglycite tubes in it. So if you see the tritium tubes, we got 6 of them there for the lume. This one also had lume on the markers, if I remember correctly. It utilizes a Ronda 515 quartz movement. This one wasn't my favorite, but I like it because of the weight. It is a nice lightweight watch, very comfortable. The original retail on this one is $595. I found it in the open market for about $150. So August was the TW Steel Canteen. This thing is a giant heavy beast. I like the treatment on the bezel. This thing is a 50 millimeter, not including the crown protector. It is 3/16L stainless with reinforced mineral crystal with a sapphire layer, so sapphire coated. This one has a nice thick leather strap. It did have logo on the buckle, logo on the crown protector. And the TW Steel, this one utilizes that Seiko NH35A automatic movement, has that clear case back window so you can see it. I'm a big fan of the clear case back windows. Once again, that NH35A seems to be very popular with watches at this price point. As you can see, it is pretty gigantic on my wrist. If it was the 45mm version, it would probably get a little bit more wrist time. This one originally, the retail on it was $295. I found it out in the open market for about $150. September was the Armand Bossy Rocket. This one does have rotating bezel. It is a 316L stainless case with that aluminum insert in that bezel there. Sapphire glass, 100-meter water resistant. This one does have solid end links on the bracelet, but just kind of a cheap pressed clasp area. This one has the automatic Seiko NH35 movement with the display case back. I actually ended up liking this one more than I thought I would. It did come with an extra NATO strap and spring bar, which I put on just to show you guys, but I have taken it off and not putting it back on since. It was red, white, and blue, and it was a bit over the top. I like how this one sits on wrist, and it's funny because I wore this one a whole lot more than I thought I would. Original retail on this one was $475, and I found it on the open market between $125 and $175. October was the Grail Classic. So I was less than excited about this one just because of the gold on gold coloring. Now I have worn it since, and it is a very comfortable design. One of my buddies also really wants this one from me, so it might get passed on to him. So this one is a 44mm case. It has hardened mineral crystal. Does have a clear display case back, and it shows that Seiko NH35 movement. Grail has etched in their name on the weight there. I believe it has the name on the clasp. No marking on the crown though. So this one is 100-meter water resistant. It has white Super Luminova. It has that alligator style leather strap. This one, original retail on it was $235, and I found it on the open market between $110 and $150. November was the Deep Blue Day-Night Diver PC Tritium. So this is a 46mm case. This has, it's 13mm thick. This one is a lightweight polycarbon case. Does have rotating bezel. This one is using the Swiss Ronda 515 date movement. 200-meter water resistant on this one. And it has 16 total tritium T25 tritium tubes. So if you look, there's tritium tubes all the way around in the hour and minute marker, the second marker, and there is even a little tiny one up there at the 60. This one originally on their site retailed for $399, and I found it on the open market between $189 and $225. The more I wore this one, the more I like it. It is super lightweight, very comfortable, and if I do want to part with it, one of my friends is all over it. So next up we had for December, we had the Santo Desert Sands. Now if you guys remember, I originally had more of a antique brass looking case and a different dial and a beige strap on this one. My sister really loved that watch. I sent it off to her, and I traded another watch I had because I really like these Santos. This one is 44mm 316L stainless with antique IP silver plating. This one has just a push-pull crown. It has a Japanese quartz small hand movement. I believe these were a cheaper Miyota movement in this one. It is 100 meters water resistant. It has very nice loom on this one. The loom is really, really good on these Santos, and it does have a very nice strap on it. Now, unfortunately, somehow my crazy dog got to this one, and I wanted to replace it. I reached out to Santo to see if they had more, and they were just releasing the availability to buy a new strap. And they want $56 for the strap. Now, mind you, you guys remember I had that Santo Motorsports I picked up off of eBay for $75. So I will be finding a different strap. Hopefully it's something similar thickness and kind of vintage look to fit the watch, because I do like this one. The retail on this one originally is $250, and I have found them on the open market between $109 and $159. It does have their logo on the crown and no logo on the, oh, it does have the Santo logo on the buckle. I don't know why my camera is not wanting to zoom very good today, guys, or the light's weird. All right, next up was January. So January makes my 12th watch from the WatchGang Black subscription, and I received this Herder Morrison, or the model number on this one is an HER HR7608. I really like the 4 o'clock crown on this one. I like the magnified date window. This watch has excellent loom on it. It is sapphire coated crystal. Does have a transparent case back, which shows off that Seiko NH35. If you notice, a lot of all the automatics that were at this tier level, this price point, all had that Seiko NH35. It does have Super Luminova, and retail on this one, if you go to their site, is $800, which is way inflated. I have found it on the open market for about $150 to $160. Has that nice strap to it. I really like the strap on this one. I actually really like the overall look of this Herder. I think it's maybe not my favorite watch out of the 12, but it is definitely up there. If there's anything else you guys want to know, I'm gonna link to all the box openings and the follow-up reviews on all of these. But that was my full 12-month subscription from WatchGang Black. Now, I didn't add up all the retail values because we all know those are a little out of whack. Just kind of the open market values, I think it came to close to $1,900 if you were to purchase all of these individually, which of course everyone's gonna blow up and tell me it's a waste of money. But I've had a lot of fun doing these 12 watches over the past year, and having a nice surprise in the mail once a month. And my WatchGang Black subscription is still running, so you guys will get to see more from them. I also think I have a platinum watch coming this month, and possibly a couple vintage watches coming in this month. So stay tuned for those. Let me know what you guys think of what I received over the past 12 months. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.